Plus, they left for the Phoenix Wings to recover from the exhaustion that had built up over the past few days. Thanks to the manager's kindness, they had the building largely to themselves, so they enjoyed a relaxing dinner and soak in the springs. And after agreeing that they would discuss what to do next, the following afternoon, they returned to their rooms to sleep. It's so peaceful tonight. Everyone's probably fast asleep by now. We might have all spent our time apart in different ways, or with different things on our minds. But now we're finally back together as a class. It wasn't easy getting this far, but we have one less thing to worry about now. And I owe it all to Lisa's support and encouragement. It's thanks to her that I've been able to make it this far. Hang in there, Elise. I'll bring you and Princess Alphen back safely, I promise. And when I do, I'll be sure to thank you again for giving me all I needed to come as far as I have. We still have to sit down and discuss what we're going to do from here on out too. Can we even figure something like that out by tomorrow? I've got to bring at least some ideas to the table. But what? I'm happy we're together again, but we've got a lot to decide about our future. And it's something we need to decide as a team. Everyone's had their own challenges to face and problems to conquer. But each of them faced what they were given head on. They ended up apart, but no one lost hope. Instead, everyone tried to make the best out of the circumstances they were dealt. Thinking back on our reunions, I think the one who left the strongest impression was... Let's go with Laura this time. I think it will have to be Laura. We may not know where her father is, but she bravely stood up and defended Legram in his place to the best of her ability. And that couldn't have been easy for her, with how worried she must be. Not once did she let her worries stop her from doing what she needed to be done. She proudly fought to protect her home. I wish I could be like her. I wish I could be that strong.
Rean?
Let me guess. Laura? Predictable.
Laura! I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night. Sorry, I'll get out now.
You don't have to apologize, Rean. I should have checked if someone else was inside before coming in. Truth be told, I was thinking the same thing. I thought it would be empty by now. Still, this might make for the perfect chance to sit and talk, no?
Oh, you still want to come in?
There are few things more pleasant than relaxing in a hot spring while gazing up at the wintry sky. That tingle of warmth returning to my fingers and toes is particularly nice.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's my favorite time of the year to relax in the springs too. But never mind that. Are you sure you're comfortable with both of us being here, Laura? It's pretty late, and with the two of us, it's kind of,
Well, I am modestly covered, so I don't think there's a problem, per se. Although I'd prefer if you didn't look at me quite so pointedly. It's embarrassing for me to be here too, I hope you realize.
True. I wasn't doing it on purpose. Sorry. Anyway, you said you wanted to talk, right? Was it about anything in particular?
Well, I wanted the opportunity to say thank you.
You're thanking me? For what? I don't feel like I've done anything that warrants being thanked.
Everything, I suppose. I wanted to thank you for surviving all this time so that we could meet again. And I wanted to thank you for coming all the way to Legram to find us. Crow may not be with us, but you're the reason the rest of us are together again.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. Besides, it was only because of you guys that I was able to do anything at all.
Well, it's understandable that you'd feel that way. Still, I believe Class 7 is only what it is because you are at its center. You were the one who stood right back up and fought, and it's because of that we were able to make it this far. That's what I feel, and I know that's how the others feel too. So, thank you, Green. I'd rather you didn't laugh at me. It took a lot of courage to come in here and tell you that, you know.
I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
I see. In that case, be sure that you never forget what I said. We've been through so much together. The bonds formed between us will not be so easily broken.
Don't worry. I won't forget. And now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the Academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality. So, let's give it everything we've got.
Of course.
The bond with Laura strengthened. Whoa, 600. We no longer reached link level 3. Powerful strike and anger. Alright. Sunday. Huh. Okay, our meeting in the Phoenix Wings cafeteria isn't until this afternoon. Which means I've got plenty of time to figure out what I can do beforehand. Maybe they'll have to ask the others about what's on their minds too. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Yep. This time Laura, Emma, Eustace, and Sarah have 2 bonding events, each that can be viewed instead of 1. Laura has 2? Oh. Talking to one of these characters after viewing the first bonding event will allow you to view the second. Well, then I guess I better go see what Laura's got to say first. She's directly outside. Even the air here feels clean. It's not hard to see why Yenkai Fa is so fond of this village. I hope that I'll get the chance to bring Father and Klaus here one day. We'd be happy to have them. And don't worry, I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances once the war's over. I hope so. I suppose that's another reason for us to hasten its conclusion. But I'm still at a loss as to how though. What should we do, I wonder? She's definitely racking her brain over this. Maybe a break would do her good. Yes, let's spend time. Why don't we go somewhere and take a break? It's good to take a breather sometimes when you're stuck on a difficult problem. That sounds reasonable. In that case, I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you escort me to your room? What? So this is your bedroom. The decor has something of an Eastern feel to it, fitting for a former student of Yunka Phi. Is there anything here that's particularly representative of the 8-leaf school? I should have known. You caught me off guard when you asked to see my room, but it figures that's what you were interested in. Why would you be surprised? Oh, it's nothing. As for your question, I don't have all that much, I'm afraid. Wait, actually, I have some tea leaves Master Kafa gave Dad a while back, I think. How about it? You up for having some green tea? Really? I like that very much. This is quite a refined taste, indeed. It isn't my first time tasting green tea. Monica let me sample the tea served at the class's tea house during the festival. But this seems to have more depth to its flavor and fragrance. Master Kafai is a huge fan of this kind, apparently. He brought it back from the East himself. He's always bringing gifts whenever he comes to visit, so he's popular among the locals. Everyone here likes him. Really now, I've yet to have the opportunity to meet him in person, but I can easily see why he and Father get along so well. Would you happen to know where he is now? Nope, afraid not. That letter I received from him during our vacation here didn't specify. He's always been something of a vagrant. He wanders the continent throughout the year, stopping off wherever he pleases. So while I couldn't tell you where he is, I'm sure he's just fine. I imagine so. If rumor is to be believed, he is as proficient with the blade as Father, if not more so. Why the audio cut out? Oh. Are you worried about your dad? I am. I try to avoid admitting it publicly, but it's a fact. His skills is as immense as ever, but given the various new weapons that have come into play during this war, along with other powerful warriors such as General Aurelia and that knight from Ouroboros. Yeah, I can't blame you for being a little concerned under the circumstances. Still, all we can do in the meantime is keep going to do what we are able. So as long as we keep that up, I'm sure we'll be reunited with them in due time. Maybe. No, you're right. In a sense, this is but another trial we must overcome to reach greater heights. Yeah, and I know we can overcome it so long as we're together. Your bond with Laura strengthened. Let's shut up. Let's try the second one. The tea was delicious. Thank you for allowing me to join you. Incidentally, Tova mentioned that you used to train somewhere deeper in the mountains. Is that true? Yeah, the Isengard range. Wait, don't tell me you're planning on going up there on your own. Well, after that break, I feel like doing something more active. A walk in the crisp, snowy mountains should clear my mind just perfectly. I wouldn't mind a mountain walk. Let's go. If you're really that interested, I can show you the way there. Would you? I'd be very grateful. Then we should set out at once. Together, Rin and Laura climbed the Mary mountain path, their destination being the canyon above. Soon enough, they had arrived at the area where Rin once trained under Master Kafai. Huh. Ooh. I wasn't expecting this climb to be quite so lengthy. Or that far, really. You conducted your training a remarkable distance from your mare for someone so young. Yeah, we spent about a month living up here away from civilization. We trained almost every day, but even when I was training, he was teaching me how to live side by side with nature. We had to catch our own food, secure a place to sleep every night. Sometimes we'd even challenge monsters as practice. Oh my. That does sound rather harsh. You were just a boy at the time of your training, yes? I can't fault it, however. The Arcade school does have similar practices. Even when I was a child, I would often join the students in training in the mountains. I'm not surprised to hear the Arcade school's training is right up there with the 8 Thieves. I made it through in one piece, but I was completely exhausted by the end. Edith was really worried about me. She wouldn't stop crying when I'd finally come back. That's not hard to picture. After taking a look at the scenery, there's not a doubt in my mind that training here would be a valuable exercise. Yeah, it certainly was. Standing up here, being surrounded by nature serves as a reminder of just how small and insignificant we really are. I suppose you could say the same about our swords in this war. Sorry Laura, I'm not following. No matter how much its wielder trains, realistically, the mere swordsman stands no chance against a force of tanks or soldiers. That being the case, clearly you haven't met Aurelia much. Just that one instant you've seen her, that bitch could take down a soldier single-handedly. What significance do swords even have in this war? I've been pondering this a lot lately, and I still haven't reached an answer. That's a good question. And yet when I look around at the vast mountains surrounding us, I feel like I've been liberated from those warriors. It wasn't just because she was a skilled warrior that the Landsmaiden was able to end the war of her time. That played a role, certainly, but she must have possessed numerous other qualities that contributed. Yeah, that's true. And in the same way, I'm sure there's a role that swords can play in ending this war too, even if they can't do it alone. My thoughts exactly. We simply have to find it, and as a class, I know we will. After talking for a while, they enjoyed a short mock battle against one another before returning to me. I knew they would fight. Cover and powerful strike. Right, who's the next one? Tavan. There you are. I don't mind if you focus on class 7 for a while, but don't forget that we've got a full-fledged witch to worry about. And to be honest, I think the sooner we deal with her, the better. Before the time comes, you might want to try hardening up that bleeding heart of yours. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I hope she'd give us the chance to talk things out first. That's the kind of soft-hearted thinking I was warning you about. This is not my conversation to enter. Yes, it is. Come on. It's so wonderful to be back with Celine again. Now I can focus on how we should act from here on out. Not that that will be a particularly easy decision. Yeah, we are glad to have you weighing in on the matter though. Oh, I just remembered. There's something I need to buy from a shop in the village. Oh? I can't tell you what it is, I'm afraid. It's a secret. I have no idea what she's talking about, but she sure looks happy about it. Okay, now I'm getting curious. Let's go. I know Celine's not allowed, but do you mind if I join you with your shopping? If it's okay, I mean. I know the shop here pretty well, so I might be able to help you find whatever it is you're looking for. Really? That would be lovely. But you've got to stay here, Celine. Rain and I can handle this on our own, so don't even try to follow us. Fine, whatever. All this secrecy is creeping me out anyway. Rain and Emma left a slightly sulky Celine behind and took off to the store to buy whatever it was Emma was searching for. Here we go. The color looks just right too. That's wool, right? I didn't know you could knit. I used to do it quite often back home actually. I've been working on a scarf for Celine for a while now as a sort of reunion present. It's almost done too, but I ran out of wool, so I came here to buy some more. Oh really? In that case, why not finish it in our living room? That way you should be able to work on it without her finding out about the surprise. That sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you, Reen. After showing Emma the mansion's living room, Reen decided to sit and accompany her as she worked, the both of them enjoying the soothing warmth of the fire. I made some tea, Emma. Wow, that looks great so far. Why, thank you, Reen. I think this deep blue color will really suit her personally. Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see how it will look when she's done. It's nice to see how close the two of you are. Close? Do you really think so? She's certainly important to me, but at the same time she's not exactly pleasant to me most of the time either. I don't think she means any harm by it. Don't tell her that I said this, but she was really worried about you the whole time we were separated. I know for a fact that she cares about you, even if she has a tough time putting it into words. Really? Thanks for telling me. We've been together since the day I was born, but I guess I still have a hard time reading her. Once I began training to become a full-fledged witch, she became my familiar. So in a sense, she's like a sister to me. Really? I'm kind of jealous. As far as siblings go, it's like you two can be completely open with one another. But when it comes to the least, I always find myself holding back from saying what I'm really thinking. You say that, but I'm sure Celine is still keeping plenty of things from me. I can certainly be more open with her than I can with Vita though, at least. If you don't mind me asking, how are the two of you related anyway? You said she was something of a sister to you when we first found out her true identity. She's a sister in the sense that we both trained to become witches together. I always admired and looked up to her, both for her skill in witchcraft and her beautiful voice. Even now, I feel like I'll never be able to catch up to her in terms of raw talent. I see. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. All you can do is keep trying, really. I suppose. One thing's for certain, you won't be able to catch up with her in a day. You didn't learn how to knit that scarf in a day, right? That took time. Catching up to Vita shouldn't feel any different. All you can do is keep trying and to better yourself. When you put it that way, you have a point. Thank you for the encouragement, Reen. I feel a lot better now. Eventually, Emma finished knitting the scarf and promptly delivered it to Celine. And while she may not have put it in words, it was obvious from her purring that she was very pleased. I'm so glad that Celine ended up liking the scarf after all. Even if she is still too embarrassed to wear it. I'm not embarrassed. I'm just distraught that you wasted your time and energy making something for me. Make sure you get some rest now, okay? I will. They're so happy together. There's got to be some place where we can unwind together. Let's go. In that case, why don't the three of us head out to the front bath? The foot bath. We've got more than enough time, and it's a great place to relax. Well, that does sound like a good idea. Inviting a cat to take a bath? Yeah, I'll pass, thanks. Suit yourself, Celine. We'll see you later then. This feels wonderful. Celine was right. About what? She mentioned how the hot springs of Yame have the ability to promote mana recovery for those who use them. Perhaps it's due to there being a spirit vein nearby, giving them the protection of the spirits. Really? That's interesting. It's a shame Valama can't jump in here with us then. That's very true. Oh? Emma, your glasses have all fogged up, you know? Oops, I forgot to take them off. You didn't need to get that worked up about it. Although, come to think of it, what is it? You're staring an awful lot. Oh, sorry. It's just something that's been bugging me for a while. Your eyesight isn't really all that bad, is it? You noticed? Things get a little blurry, but it's not a major issue if I use a little witchcraft to compensate. Thought so. You weren't wearing them for our concert, but your choreography was still dead on. But why wear them if you don't need them? In a sense, they're symbolic of a witch's way of life. A witch must carry out their duties while nestled in the shadows of history. Reveal your true nature and you risk straying from the witch's burden and becoming swayed by basic emotion. Grandmothers always said that to me, ever since I was a little girl. That's funny. I always pictured your grandmother as this friendly old lady, but it sounds like she's actually pretty strict. She has to be, really. She's both the Hexen clan's elder and a very powerful witch. So she has a responsibility to guide us in all we do. Both Vita and I were scolded by her fairly often during our training. Yeah, I can see that now. But then one day Vita broke a taboo and vanished from the village. Grandmother seems to want to find her and punish her for what she did. But that's to me, all I want to do is talk with her and find out what made her do such a thing. If I could just learn that. Sorry, Emma. What are you apologizing for? But you know, sometimes I wonder if I'm being too naive when it comes to Vita. Even still, I like to think I've grown at least a little. Maybe it's about time I stopped wearing those glasses too. These glasses too. I couldn't tell you why, but wearing them somehow makes me feel like I'm always keeping secrets from all of you. Green gently put Emma's glasses back on her. Green? I don't see why you should force yourself not to wear them if you want to. Besides, we're all used to you wearing them now. Oh really? Still, whether you choose to wear them or not, and whether you're a witch or not, for that matter, you're still the same Emma we'll always love. Don't forget that. Thanks, Reen. That's such a sweet thing to say. After that, they both remained at the footpath and continued whiling away time with pleasant chatter. Auto chat and cover. Right, that was the second one. Where's Fee? Huh? Alright, yeah. This dog's name is Badu, right? He's cute. Yeah, Dad raised him to be a hunting dog. Believe it or not, he's a sweetie though. Looks like a smart one to me. Petting him's pretty relaxing too. I'll stay with him for a bit while I think about what we should do. Come to think of it, it's just about feeding time. Let's go. Want to help me feed him? Sure, I'd like that. Be right back. I've got to go get his food. How does that taste? Good? Look, he's wagging his tail. Sorry for not being able to spare much time for you and Arthur, Badu. He says it's okay. Smart doggy. Can you understand what dogs are saying or something? No, I'm just guessing based on how he acts and barks. Back in the co-op, I used to look after the military monsters a lot. Really? That sounds like an awfully dangerous job for you to be doing. Well, I did get bitten sometimes at first, but after one of the other caretakers showed me what to do, they stopped. The way you talk about your time there, it's hard to believe the Jaeger Corps you were in was one of the strongest. Is Zephyr usual by Jaeger standards? I guess Boss was pretty easy going, but it was always hard to tell what he was thinking. You remember what I told you at Meta Park, right? How they taught me survival skills and all that? Zeno and Leo taught me how to set traps and the art of close quarters combat. I can't imagine what that must have been like living that kind of life day to day. But it's easier to see how you come to think of them as family. Yeah, we were family. Until they all left me behind after the boss died. I just want to know why. Why they all had to leave me behind. Another time I might have a chance to. I don't want to let it pass me by. Even if it won't be easy getting it out of them. Still. I think even I understood what he was saying this time. Try not to overthink it. Something along those lines. Huh? There's no reason you need to try and find out alone. Not when you've got all of us with you. If that's what you want to know, we'll all make it work out. You will? You're right. How could things not work out when I've got you guys? Immediately, oh, she knows counterattack. Yeah, that makes sense. I've got 2 more. Looks like Gaius will learn a new craft if I use one on him. There's Sharon and Miriam. And Alisa. There's Sarah as well. I'm super bored, so I'm thinking I might check out the souvenir shop. What kind of stuff do you think they've got over there? Think it's cool? We're about to have a major discussion about our class's future. How can you be bored? Okay, don't answer that. But could you at least brainstorm something to contribute to the discussion? Nope. You know, I'm never gonna come up with anything. No matter what you decide, it doesn't change things to me. One way or another, Lamy and I are gonna keep on fighting with you guys. You just pick a path and we'll bust it open. Good to know. But we do value your opinion, so you might want to think things over. Maybe looking at some souvenirs would help clear my head. Let me do this. Tell you what, why don't I join you? I've been there tons of times. So you know, I'll be able to recommend something nice. Really? You're the best, Rin. Okay, let's go. I can't, I'm not, no. Man, there really is a bunch of unusual stuff here. Pretty good selection for a place smack dab in the boonies. That's partly thanks to Master Carfire. He always brings things when he comes to visit. Like those manju, for example. They're a confectionery item from the east that have been tweaked a bit. Whoa, they look really cool. You think Lecter would like them? Oh, so he's the one you're buying a souvenir for. You got it. He bought me a little mystery shop when he was over in Crossbell, so I want to get him something too. I kind of want it to be something he can always keep with him over something that's gonna go bad like food. Though. That's a good point. I thought he was missing though. No one's heard from him since he was in Crossbell, right? Yeah, well, I'm sure he's fine. I mean, he's Lecter. It'd take more than a war to finish him off. Claire and I survived, so I can't imagine he wouldn't. He's gonna show up one day like, hi, and that'll be all. Well, at least you trust him, I guess. And again, that makes sense. I mean, you Ironbloods probably think of each other like siblings, right? Or, I don't know, do you? Though, if that's the case, that makes Chantal Osborne your dad, maybe. Don't know, I've never really thought about it. Especially with Gramps. I've got siblings, sure, but hard to say if someone feels like a parent when you never had one. What? What does she mean? She never had any parents. I wonder what's gonna happen to us Ironbloods now, though. Claire's got a job in the RP that she can do even without Gramps around. But without him to give me orders and all, my old mission's finished. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, really. I'm not needed as a piece on this game board anymore. I don't think like that, William. Or let me say this: even if you're not needed on some game board, you are needed by us. Not as a piece, you are needed as a very important classmate and friend. Really? I can't tell you what you should do with your life from here on, but what I can tell you is that we're here for you. Even if you don't know what to do with yourself now, I'm sure you'll figure things out eventually, without us. Oh, maybe you're right. I kind of feel like sticking with you guys will help me figure something out. And speaking of figuring stuff out, I'm buying a Manchu. My stomach's gurgling just looking at it. Aren't you supposed to be buying a souvenir for Lecter? Well, whatever. She seems happier now, and I guess that's what matters most. Rain bought Miriam and Amy Manchu, which she scarfed down in typical Miriam fashion as they left the shop. Alright, who's left? Let's do Sharon. There you are. Doing some shopping, Sharon? That's right. Since you'll be gathering for a discussion in the Phoenix Wings, I thought I might help out in the kitchen. I also thought I could prepare some food for your father, seeing as your mother has other business to attend to. That's awfully generous of you. Thanks. With several Ouroboros members having recently revealed themselves to us, I can't help but assume they're up to something. I'd like you to know, Noreen, that no matter what happens, my alliance will always lie with you and your classmates. Please ensure that whatever you decide on this afternoon is something you can do without regret. Sharon, I swear we will. Glad to have your support. Till the end of time. It's great to know she's got our back, but she's still cooking for Dad. Maybe I can help her out with that. Let me do this. Well, even if you're looking out for us, that doesn't mean I can't help you with the cooking for my dad. Might as well try to pay him back a little bit for all those years of love and devotion, right? I'm sure your father would be overjoyed to hear you say that. As soon as I'm done with shopping, we can head over to the kitchen. Together, Reen and Sharon walked to the mansion. After seeing that Reen's mother was out, they started making a hearty meal for his father. Oh, you're making Ymir-style borscht. Good idea. It's got plenty of vegetables and it should be great for warming him up to boot. I couldn't agree more. All of the protein in the meat I'll be using should help accelerate his recovery as well. Masterine, could I trouble you to chop the vegetables? If you would, I'll set about preparing the meat and seasoning the soup. Excuse me. Sure. It's times like these where she seems like just any other maid. Takes me back to watching her cook for us in the dorm. It's hard to believe that she's actually an enforcer of our board sometimes. Ow! Is something wrong? Heavens, you sliced your finger. Sorry, I should have been paying more attention. I didn't cut it too deeply though, so it should be fine. Oh no, that won't do at all. Would you hold still for a moment please? I'll stop the bleeding. You're not going to... Oh, she did just that. Sharon, what are you doing? This is so awkward. There, that should do the trick. Sharon, I'm not sure that's a good idea to start sucking on people's fingers out of the blue like that. Any particular reason? I'll bring you a bandage, so please wait in the adjacent room. She's messing with me again, isn't she? There we are, all better. Please leave the rest of the work to me. You should give your finger time to heal. You're probably right. I'm sorry that I couldn't be of more help. You needn't be sorry, Masterine. You made a valuable contribution as it was. It brought back memories of Lady Elisa's younger days too. Whenever she fell and scraped her knees, she would always start crying for me to come and help her. Oh, how sweet. I can picture how embarrassed she'd be if she learned Sharon was telling people this. Come to think of it, you've been working for the Rhineford family for a while now, haven't you? 7 years in fact. It was shortly after Mr. Rhineford's passing. I cannot begin to thank Madam Chairman, Irina, enough for giving me the chance she did. It was only thanks to her kindness that I was able to begin a new life under her employ. Does that mean you'd never been a maid before she hired you then? What were you before that? Oh. As you no doubt suspect, I lived as an enforcer. The mission given to me by Ouroboros was what first led me to meet her, and she wasted no time in trying to hire me. I served in both capacities concurrently after that. You won't find many executives who would knowingly hire an agent of Ouroboros. She never ceases to amaze me. Huh. She certainly doesn't. Nonetheless, it was thanks to her that I was able to find a new path of my own. It's too late for me to turn back and change what's already been done, but she was willing to give me a different future. What do you mean? Oh, nothing. I was simply thinking out loud. Regardless of what happened in the past, my love for the Rhineford family will never waver. Nor will my devotion to Class 7, Masterine. I shall continue to do all that I can to serve you. Thank you. I know we can always count on you. And everyone else knows that too. I hope we'll always stay fondly in your thoughts, Sharon. After the conversation was finished, Sharon returned to preparing Banshee for his meal. After helping however he could until his mother returned, Reen left them to finish by themselves. Bond with Sharon strengthened. Reen and Sharon linked level 3. Well, it wasn't necessary, but it finished the last of it. Oh yeah, there's a snowboard. There's a snowboard in China, a new one. I got a few minutes. Let's see if I can do this. A3. You can now play the A3 course. Snowboard. Level 3. Let's see if I can get all. I didn't even see that one there. Ha! Damn it. Bad timing. Thought I had better planning now. What's up with me? I was doing better the day before. You know something? Let's try this over. Ha! Perfect score.
I did it!
Finish. Clear the A3 course. Nice work. That there was an expert level course too. Well, here's your prize. Go ahead, take it. Passion leggings. Oh, I'll take this too. It's a new board that's gotten real popular among the youngsters. Purple dotted board. Select board on the course menu is now available. The difference between boards is purely cosmetic, so feel free to choose based on personal preference. And I'll be sure to keep the courses well maintained. If you feel like boarding again, just come by. I certainly will. See you again. Only level 2. That sucks. Oh well. Looks like Sharon's at level 3. Wait a minute. Oh. What's passion legging? Strength and defense prevents freeze. Ah, forget it. Right, there should be a new enemy.
Leave this to me!
And where is that new enemy? Ah, there you are.
Advantage is ours. Let's finish him. My turn. Now. I'll back you up!
Whoa!
Here I go!
Wrong lineup.
Leave this to me!
It's my turn. Analyzing the enemy's vitals. I've got it!
Icicle penguin. Maybe a monster that gathers on snowfields. Catches fish in freezing waters to eat. Also uses them as weapons. What? Very weak to fire. Thrust has a good chance to balance, and it confuses very effective.
I'll handle it. Got it.
An opening!
Let's move!
My turn. Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe.
Let's do something here. You know what? Yeah.
Hostiles spotted. Beginning combat. Okay.
Let's move.
That's something.
Here I go. Here's our chance.
Got you.
I'm so sorry! Leave this to me! Sia! They're off guard!
You're done. My turn.
You
Let's
did
move.
one?
It's my turn. How about this? Okay. Targets eliminated. Let's get going.
Alright, let's go see what the fishing lady has. Where'd she go? What the hell is Annabelle? Huh. I assume up on the bridge. What the f- Alright, screw this, I'm heading back. Alright. And my time's up there.